Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. Sol here, and tomorrow we're gonna have Riflemania and Hammerman Imitation Bases on an archipelago. So I decided to whip up my Rifleman and start practicing my smoke and swarm techniques. Um, Today my task force has been taken on dead end. We're on track to finishing up really quickly. So I had decided I boosted all of my stats because I needed to do a couple of key attacks, and some of the attacks that you're gonna see um, are with full boost, and some of them are without having any boost. So make sure you pay attention into the screen summary for that part. So I'll show you really quickly. Um, Here, the first three attacks are gonna be boosted, and then the later three are gonna be unboosted. And then I have another base that I'm gonna take live. Let's see how that works. All right, so let's take a look on this first attack. This guy had 3 ice statues. And you're gonna see me then. I usually clear three of the 5 shock or splash damage defenses. It's gonna be there. That shock launcher. I'm gonna clear a shock launcher on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, the rocket launcher on the bottom is all I took. Did I take the shock launcher? I'm not sure now if I did. No, I did not. So now I'm gonna land. Now I'm gonna land here through some critters in the process to clear some of the mines, and then I'm just gonna head out, straight to my final position. The cool thing about Rifleman is that you can make a few mistakes and you're gonna end up losing a few Riflemen here and there, but they're so resilient and so forgivable that, it has to be a major glaring mistake for you to end up losing an attack using this kind of strategy. So, from now you sort of can imagine what I'm doing. Through some critter packs to destroy the shock launcher on the bottom. Already the rocket launchers are gone. Once I destroy some of the defenses here around there, I'm gonna flare to the top, send a med kit to heal my troops, destroy the shield generator, and then go for the HQ. And that's it. This attack is over. It's what, a minute. An attack lasted a minute. Pretty effective combination. Pretty effective and deadly attack. I had yet to lose using this kind of strategy. And yes, I was boosted. I could have easily taken out an extra rocket launcher or an extra shock launcher, but really wasn't needed. And I had tons of GBE left from my attack. So at this point I had 132 GBE. That's when I'm boosted. When I'm not boosted, I have 92 GBE. Let's take a look at this second attack. So just so you know, I lost 71 troops there. If you were to divide that evenly, it's less than 10 troops per boat. So, real time was less than 10 minutes overall. So I ended up losing 95 troops here. So let's take a look. All right, here what I decided to do, essentially take out the rocket launcher here, take out the shock launcher by the HQ. So now I disabled 3 of the key defenses like I always try to do. Critter pack to destroy some of the mines, and then I'm gonna make my way to the upper right corner or the upper left corner of this base, just in between those flamethrowers. I'm gonna go then for the shield generator, and then to the HQ. Always scout the bases. Make sure that you have enough, that you don't have like crazy hidden mines like they were there, or that if they're not such a level that are gonna destroy your troops before you can heal them on the final position. So here we go, shock and shock. Actually, not shock the flamethrowers, and I think it was mainly because I had already scouted the base, and the flamethrowers were not gonna kill my troops in the amount of time that it was going to take me to destroy them. Here, on hindsight, I should have just referred to the HQ to destroy it faster, but I just didn't see the need. I mean, the amount of troops that I already lost versus the amount of troops that I would have saved. Maybe I would have saved maybe 10 troops, 15 troops, but that doesn't really make a huge difference. So I just decided to keep doing what I was doing at that point. So I hope you're seeing, in general, the strategy is clear 3 of the big ticket item defenses. You know, 2 shock launchers, or 1 rocket launcher and 2 shock launchers, or 2 rocket launcher and 1 shot launcher. Smoke close to the other ones, and then go from there. Um, Remember, guys, I have a guide about this. You know, it's gonna be on the end and on the link on the description. So just take a look if you're having trouble with this sort of strategy. Now let's take a look at the third and final attack for the period that I was boosted. Alright, so here, again, here I was boosted, so destroying 3 out of the 5 key defenses, splash damage defenses out. 1, and then 1 more for the rocket launcher. No, I actually ended up destroying another one of the defenses, is the shock launcher on the back. That left me with very little GB left, even though I was boosted. So then I decided, well, I'm gonna land here on this corner and let them, smoke them in, group them in, and then let them just swarm. Rifleman swarming is what they do best, and you have to, you know, when they do that is when they are at their best. Alright, here we go. Shock the rocket launcher and the shock blaster. Now I'm just letting them swarm. They're pushing out really quickly, so this is not gonna be trouble. Shock again. And in hindsight, I should have sent that shock a little bit farther back so that it would have shocked the flamethrower and the machine guns. But as always, hindsight is always 2020, and it's not. You know, on the frenzy, on the frenzy, then it's not what you intended to do. Now that had part activated and actually hit my troops. Had it been a level higher, it would have just melted my troops at that point. So you see all the GB that I still have left at that point. So I just sent a bunch of medkits. Alright, so that was my final attack. I ended up losing 46 troops there. Now we're gonna take a look at my first attack when my boost had expired. This one was an easy, sort of an easy-ish base, mainly because the way he had grouped his defenses. It was a beachfront property or a beachfront base. So you saw me there destroying 2 of the mortars. I'm gonna destroy then the rocket launcher and the shock launcher there. And that's gonna be the spot where I'm gonna end at. And the idea is that now I can shock here on the top and take out these 3 guys. Shock here on the bottom and take these 2 guys, and then that's it. Smoking at the very last second when my first troops arrive. That way the smoke is gonna last enough time for me to send the flare and then the smoke up for the repositioning. Target the HQ, and there we go. We're gonna send shock and shock. I really don't know why I sent the shock down here on the bottom where those flamethrowers were. It didn't make any sense. In any case, you know, I only ended up losing 17 troops on this attack. Alright, so second attack out of, well, the second attack when I was unboosted, the number 5 overall, ended up losing 34 troops here out of 208. So again, same sort of team, destroying the first 3 out of the 5 um, splash damage defenses. Based on the position where I'm destroying, you can guess that I'm going to be going on the right side of the map. Now you saw me, I sent the first boat of Rifleman and then I just delayed a little bit. That's going to allow me time for, it's not going to allow me time, it's just that the troops are going to be a little bit offset so they can, the first wave of Riflemen are going to be spread out and they're going to just eat the mine. So I'm going to end up losing what, 2 or 3 Riflemen. Whereas if I had grouped them up and then went through the mines, the losses and the damage would have been more spread. Now, here you see me made a mistake. I wanted to send a flare here to the middle. And I failed. I actually hit how do you call this? The radar station. And I quickly recovered by sending a flare here. So now, I'm a flare off. Not that expensive with 30 GB. But then I need to flare to my final position. Unfortunately, the smoke expired, causing me to get damaged by the flamethrower. Not a bad thing. I just sent a med kit. I should have sent it to my final position. But I sent a med kit to sort of counteract it. And then from here, I'm already on the open. I mean, here's just starting the HQ, shot that hot pot out of the way, and boom, HQ is down. Riflemen are unlike Sukas. They can take a little bit of a pounding before dying. I don't know exactly how much health they do have. I want to say it's about 3 times as much as Sukas, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that part. Alright, so let's take a look at the final attack. I ended up losing a little bit more Sukas than I did on all the other attacks. So 99 out of 100 are 280, but still it was a pretty good one. I really enjoyed this final attack. As you can see, he has 2 ice statues right here. And then he has a damage amplifier, and all this is amplified. So you're gonna see what I'm gonna end up doing is destroying the shock launcher. Now, because of the way they're touching, it's gonna end up killing the flamethrower too, which was actually pretty nice. And that's it. I think that's all that I end up destroying, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's all I end up destroying. So just one, because all of those guys are so close together that I can just smoke them into that little blind spot and then just wreak havoc on his base. Now in this case, I barely wait. Now I'm going to do an intermediate flare because I want them to follow this really closely. I cannot afford a misstep, because if those rocket launchers hit me, this game is over. So now they're a little nice pack, really packed together. Now they're going to spread out there. There's enough space for everybody. So I think a couple of them actually come out of the smoke. Not a big issue. Critters, shots, and boom. Alright, so now that everything is done, I let them spread out a little bit more, flare up, smoke in, and heal them up. Smoke is about to expire. They're gonna target that machine gun first. And that's it, guys. This base is going down. There's nothing he can do. There's a flamethrower and a boom cannon. There's a mine right there. I tried to counteract it with the medkit because I think there's a mortar. Yes, there's a mortar just firing at my troops. And boom, this HQ just went down. I really enjoyed this combination. Like I said at the beginning, there is a guide that I've made, and you can see it. It's going to be on the link on the upper right corner of this video right now, that you can click on that little icon, and then it's going to pop up. It's going to be at the end credits and also on this video description. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today, tomorrow we'll be taking on Hammerman imitation game bases using Rifleman attacks. So I hope you like this. Please make sure you stay tuned tomorrow and watch those in as they come in. In any case, guys, thank you very much and have a good night.